Yo, 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 this is King Lion in with your boy,
Jelani Muna.
and welcome to the Dual 8 podcast. Yo, how you guys doing this Friday night? Yo, bro, how you doing?
I'm doing well. A bit tired from work, but I'm doing well. Other than that,
I see. Well, we got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to talk about this and these tonight. So I hope you guys stay tuned and watch it fully. First I want to say we got 3 episodes coming up for the next. We got this video, the next video, and the video after that in a 24-hour span. So we're gonna be dropping 3 episodes back to back to back. So if you see me wearing the same shirt, that me like is that the reason why? Because we just doing it back to back to back. So I'm just letting you guys know that. Also, I want to give a little bit of a update on why it took a little bit longer to make the videos. Sorry for that. I was in Florida. Florida was great. I went to my little sister's graduation. She graduated high school. I'm giving a little bit of shout out to her. I'm happy for her. And I went to see NXT. That was good. It was a good and it was good and stuff. I liked it. It was a good atmosphere. I didn't get a chance to like record anything, but hey, it was a good experience. So the next time
wait.
I go,
So
next
you were in you were in the arena.
yeah, I was in the arena for NXT. I don't know if they got me on. I don't know if they got me on camera. Like I was in the back, so I don't know if they got me on camera or anything. But I was there. I was there, and
How much was
yeah.
it?
Uh, tickets was supposed to tickets the ticket was kind of cheap because I used like this app and I used this app to find it and I got like the last pair of tickets, like the second to last pair. I spent about at least a good like $500, $500 to $600 to get in. So that's why they like backs in. And I think that's the reason why they like backseat because they're only allowing like I think about maybe 1,000 or 2,000 people in. So and so it was a good, it was a good show. And I enjoyed it. And it did a bit. Next time I go to Florida, I will definitely record my reactions to it and stuff. And before anybody asks, no, I didn't go to Tampa. I didn't go watch NXT Battleground. I just went to see the NXT show. Tampa was on the same night when I flew in. So just wanted to let you guys know. Did not see that. I did see it at my uncle's house. Why when I was watching the Knicks versus Pacers game that I'm going to be talking about right now. Uh, if now for and now for everyone who is an NBA fan, it's been a pretty hard week. As you can see, and as you've been watching, the New York Knicks have fall to the Indiana Pacers. They lost in 6 games, and I'm I'm very upset about it. Like, I'm still trying to get over it. As you can see, I'm in pain even talking about it. I don't know what kind of black voodoo that they've been doing to get to this point, but they've been doing something. Indiana been doing something, and I don't know what the hell they've been doing, but they've been using the black voodoo. They've been using some mojo, some voodoo dolls. I don't know what, but they've been doing something. So, but at the end of the day, for all my New York fans, we we had a pretty good run. We made it to the Easter Conference. Conference. I'm happy about that. We are gonna make it farther next year, definitely. And yeah, so for all New Yorkers, let's put our head up proud. And remember, next year, Knicks in four for everybody knowing. And for Indiana, fuck you. And for Tyrese Halliburton, definitely fuck you. For everybody on the Indiana Pacers, go f yourself. And oh yeah, one more thing for OKC Thunder. I want to talk to you specifically about this. You lost game one yesterday. I'm letting you know, okay, you lost game one. I was rooting for you guys to win and you lost game one. I'm not an OKC fan. Look at me right now. I'm not an OKC fan one damn bit, but but I was rooting for you because I'm a big, because I don't like Indiana. For 3 years, I've been 3 years, all three teams that I do not like have have won the NBA championship, from the Denver Nuggets to the Boston Celtics, and now it seems like it might be Indiana. I am asking you, SGA, to pull your head out your ass and win in five. Check home grid. You're 7'2". You should be doing defense. You should be doing offense. You should be bodying these boys. Oh boy, eat something, get some muscle, and be bodying them. JW, do something as well. I'm telling everybody in Oklahoma City, if I have to see the Indiana Pacers hold up the Larry O'Brien Trophy, I'm going to okay. You're not going to be worrying about next year. You're going to be worrying about this year because I'm going to go to OKC and I'm going to bust some freaking heads. I cannot see Tyrese Halliburton hold that NBA championship. I cannot. We have failed. This is a dark day for the NBA, and the only way how we can make this any better is a less NBA. It is a less SGA pulls up and win. So I'm not an OKC fan. I'm not jumping on the bandwagon, but I'd rather have you guys in OKC win instead of seeing Indiana be rubbing it in our faces. As a New Yorker, as a Laker, as a Miami Heat fan, I'm asking you guys in OKC, do your damn job. Because I promise you, if this goes 0-2 on Sunday and I see Indiana up 2-0, I you might see me on the damn see me on the damn television screen and scream Friday in the next morning saying, "Hey, they're a mass murder on OKC," because I'm gonna be pissed off. I'm gonna be hella pissed off. I okay. I digress. I just need to get that a little bit off my chest. Okay. Now we're gonna go but from one bad news to another bad news, we got we this week have been a shocking week for the sports world. First, I'm going to be talking about the New York Knicks and how they fired Tom Thibodeau. I do not know how. I don't know why you guys fired Tom Thibodeau. He brought us to the championship. He brought us to the Eastern Conference. I don't know why you guys did. You guys doing that, but I hope you guys are doing something. I hope the next coach do not level down from this, because understand something. For the president of the New York Knicks, I want you to understand something. Firing Tom Thibodeau, I don't know why you guys did that for. He did one stupid mistake in game two, but that was about it. I'm telling you guys right now, if this next coach, because I'm putting this next coach to the same standard um, of Tom Thibodeau. Tom Thibodeau brought us to the Eastern Conference Final. After 25 years of purgatory. If this next coach don't equal or surpass that, I'm going on your guys' asses. Okay, so so I just want to say this to Tom Thibodeau. Thank you for helping the New York Knicks the last 5 years. Thank you for being a good coach. You was hard on our boys, but you gave us hope. And for that, I want to say thank you. And I hope you do get another coaching job. I hope you hope that maybe one day down the road we can bring you back as an assistant coach or even as another head coach. I don't know. We can have co-head coaches. I don't even care. Point is, Tom Thibodeau, you're the man. Okay, just wanted to show some love to you. So yeah. Now, going into one release to another release, we are going into the WWE release, and I'm gonna let my boy go ahead and tell you guys about this.
All right. All right. So WWE have officially released both R Truth and Carlito. Now, if you guys don't know, R Truth, who wrestled John Cena at Saturday Night's Main Event, and had his last match against JC Mateo on SmackDown, has been released, and Carlito, who was a part of the Judgment Day, has also been released as well. Now, apparently, apparently from what has been reported, they just their contracts are going to be expired, basically, meaning they're not going to be re-signed. So no contract renewal, meaning that we won't see them ever again in WWE, at least for now. And it is heartbreaking to the fans of R Truth and Carlito, like me myself, who has been a huge fan of R Truth. I've always wanted R Truth to be in the Hall of Fame ever since he came back in 2023 after his injury that he had in 2022. In Survivor Series 2023 return, I've always wanted R Truth to be in the Hall of Fame because I feel like with his how long he's been in the WWE for and how long he's been giving us extremely great moments over the years, I've always thought that someone like him definitely deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. And even with Carlito, who also came back in 2023 as well. I mean, Backlash. It's kind of a bit weird to me that both of them got released. Um, quite honestly, I mean, I never thought in a million years that R Truth and Carlito would get released, especially the fact that Carlito just came back two years ago. Like he just came back. I mean, he came back at Backlash for, he came back and then he made his official return for Fastlane. Like that's when he fully became a full-time wrestler for WWE again. Was Fastlane 2023 when they gave us that when they changed his theme song as well, which quite honestly I never agreed with. But it, it hurts, honestly. Now, last month we talked about the releases, the mass releases for WWE and how terrible that was. But now it's even worse here because these are people that we actually know. These are wrestlers that have given us a lot of great memories. R Truth being the childhood fan of John Cena, which, I mean, quite honestly, for me, I never really understood why they released R Truth quite soon after this huge feud. Because I was thinking that R Truth was gonna have a pretty important role with John Cena's heel run. Like I thought that there would be more to this. I thought that there would be like at least like I thought there would be at least like something more, like maybe it could be where R Truth could have joined John Cena and becoming a heel because I remember watching a lot of 2011 R Truth. when R-Truth was a heel. And honestly, did a pretty good job as a heel. I remember that Capital Punishment match that he had against John Cena for the WWE Championship. But uh, but it's just, but honestly, for me, if they had planned to release R-Truth, which they have, I feel like they should have at least have done like a title versus career match at Saturday night's main event. That's what a lot of people have said on the internet, and honestly, I do. Honestly, I agree with that because it would make sense. Because even though he doesn't look it, he is. R-Truth is in his 50s. So. Like it's so weird how he's in his 50s and he doesn't even look like it. But quite honestly, uh, I just hope that with Carlito and R-Truth, I just wish them well in their future endeavors. Uh, hopefully, maybe someday, maybe this isn't like the permanent end because I mean they can always get Legends deals. They can always get Legends contracts like a lot of wrestlers do. Hopefully, maybe in the future, maybe they might go to another company like maybe TNA, AEW, or somewhere else, possibly Japan or in Carlito's case, maybe Mexico, go there again. Um, I know that uh, I know that WWE has acquired a Mexican wrestling company. I think the name was AAA, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
But
you're right.
yeah, so maybe eventually, maybe hopefully though, maybe hopefully this isn't the end for R-Truth and Carlito, especially Carlito too, because like again, he just came back after 13 years of not being in the WWE. And honestly, what people say is he had the easiest job in the world, having to play 2K25 or 2K24 depending on, what time period we're talking about. Eating chicken nuggets with Dominic Mysterio, and also being with very hot women like Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. And and I mean it's just I guess when you have the easiest job for so long, there's only so long until eventually they'll want you to do the easiest job in the world.
Well, I'm gonna say this, and this is what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say this in two. I'm gonna cut this in two parts. First, I want to say this. And our, I'm not gonna tell you guys that our. Well, you know what? I mean, this really pissed me off, and that's why I'm like in an emotional state right now because and because the three things I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna cut this in two. I'm gonna cut this in three. First, I want to say this. I said at the beginning. I went to NXT for like $600. Nah. I just looked it up. I just looked up the ticket that I saw. Ticket that I bought. It was actually like 1,156 dollars. So yeah, I just wanted to make sure you guys get that and get that about that. But also, now I'm gonna move on to the R Truth situation, and then I'm gonna go into the Carlito. First, for R Truth, I feel like this is a highway robbery. This is highway freaking robbery, and this is some bullshit. R Truth. I'm not gonna say I'm the biggest R Truth fan. I'm not gonna say I believe he was gonna be a world champion. I'm not gonna say anything like that. I'm gonna say this: he was a great asset for the WWE. He brought comedianship. He brought entertainment. He was funny. He was cool. He was hype. He brought rap. He brought a lot of stuff to a company to me that have been dying out. Okay, he's the greatest 24/7 champion of all time. Let's guys cut that out the way. He's the greatest 24/7 champion of all time. You got him, and then you might got maybe I don't even know. It's just him. That's how far everyone else is. And then let alone that his beginning when he came back from and he came back to WWE because him being R-Truth was just the second. This was his second stint. His first stint was back in I think 2000 or 2001 maybe one when he was when he was KK and when he was like KJ or something. I think
Hey,
he was
quick.
there.
Hey,
Yeah,
quick.
K Quick. I'm sorry. Sorry. K Quick. He was in he was in WWE, and then they released him, and then he went to TNA. TNA. And he became a tag team champion. He became an NWA World Champion. This man did a lot, and then when you brought him back. Brought him back. He brought entertainment. He brought entertainment. His charisma, his athleticism. That's spinning. And that's okay. He spin around and he knocked somebody out. Okay, and then the 2011 run. I don't think we give that much credit for because 2011 was so weird. But looking back now, it was maybe the highlight of WWE because major stars of the old era was leaving. Some old heads was coming back, and some mid card stars were becoming stars. Miz was becoming a star. Alberto Del Rio was becoming a star. Okay, CM Punk definitely he became a star. Star in 2011. And okay, but R-Truth became a star as well in that category because we forget he was in the main events of a lot of pay per views. He was in the main event Capital Punishment. He was in that Money in the Bank ladder match in 2011. That was one of the best ladder matches in the PG era. Okay, he was in he was in the main event of Hell in a Cell that year when he called John Cena the championship, and Triple H had to Triple H had to escort him and the Miz out of the building. Then he fought Triple H and CM Punk at Vengeance, and actually beat them. Okay, then he fought John Cena and The Rock at Survivor Series. Okay, 2011 was the was the high point for R-Truth. And sure, he wasn't in the main event after that, but he showed but for let's say 10 years, maybe 10 to 14 years, he brought entertainment. He became champion multiple times. He became a tag team champion. He became a United States champion. I already told you the greatest 24/7 champion of all time. And he brought entertainment. And when you paired them up with someone, he always brought more charisma to them. Carmella, you teamed up with, Carmella, they teamed up. It became entertaining even more. And it boosted her up. Judgment Day, that boosted them up. Boosted them up. Hey, what he did in NXT when he went down there, that was fun. Okay, okay, he did a lot of things, and it's sad that now he's gone from the WWE, and I know it's maybe not going to be forever. He could get a legend deal. He could get this and that and the third. But overall, I don't blame. Okay, I blame TKO for this because because they're saying this is more of budget cuts. I don't know how many budget cuts can you guys do. I don't know. Okay, because you guys keep on talking about, hey, you guys are breaking all these global records and stuff, and making millions and millions and millions of dollars. Okay, okay, but you don't have enough money to pay for the people who carries the brand carry the brand. Now we give a lot of credit to the main eventers because they're main eventers. but I also want to. But we forget sometimes that it takes it. The main eventers wouldn't be main eventers if it wasn't for the mid carders. It wasn't for the openers. It wasn't for the kickoff. So okay, and our truth was all of that. So I just want to say this, and and believe me, TKO, we will get to okay next week. We will be talking about you guys, because there's a video coming up before TKO and after TKO and TKO with WWE. We got that video coming up very soon. Just you wait. But I want but for our truth, I want to say this. Thank you for the last 15 years of funny moments, great action, great performances, and so much more. And you wasn't in my book to be a Hall of Famer. You wasn't at first. But looking back at your career and watching it back, you are to me, you are now, in my opinion, one a front runner to be in the Hall of Fame, and that definitely is true. And the one okay, and it's sad that and what my friend said was true. But if they really was going to release you, they should have gave you that. They should have gave you the title match with John. They should have did that so we can have a great moment with one last great moment with you instead of doing you dirty like this. So for our truth, I just want to say thank you for everything you did, and I hope we see you in another company, and I hope they bring you back, and yeah, and yeah, peace, brother. Now, for Carlito, Carlito, I that was surprising. That was surprising as well because I was on the plane coming back, and I heard the news, and I just and like 24 hours prior to that, I heard that Carlito won a championship in his father's company. And I was like, okay, that means they may okay. He just okay. I was kind of like, mm, he may be doing something for his dad and his company, but he's still gonna be with WWE. 24 hours later, he just got he posting that he's gonna be released in 2 weeks. I am surprised about that, and it's just crazy that someone like Carlito can be who we've been asking for him to come back for for about 5 to 10 years, 5 to 8 years. I'm not gonna say 10, but 5 to 8 years. Okay, and we finally got him back. Okay, and and he was in the best shape of his life, and he brought and except for the R Truth situation, except for the R Truth, he brought comedianship into the Judgment Day. And I really did like him in that. I liked him even more in the Judgment Day than I did in LWO. Because I didn't really see him as an LWO member. Remember, I saw him more of a Judgment Day member, and and for him to be released, especially after the highlight moments that he had, like I think this guy broke the internet at least 3 times in the past what we in January we in June of 2025, and if I think since maybe what February to February to May, he's been breaking the internet at least 3 to 4 times with the Braun Breaker situation. The brother almost died 2 times already. Okay, that first time when the Braun came out of nowhere and just speared the crap out of him, and he was dead, and he was just in a coma. And then the second time when he was running on that table, and then he speared him through the table. And then this is how you treat him: you kick him out and you kick him to the curb, and then and what's even crazier is you had a storyline with him and not Roxanne Perez, Raquel Rodriguez that could have been juicy, could have been real juicy, but but instead you guys just didn't. You guys felt like, hey, okay, best thing to do is release him from judgment and release him altogether. There's nothing we can use him for, and it's crazy that you guys believe that. So for Carlito, I know you're gonna be back. Yeah, but I know you're going to be. I know that you're going to be in. You're going to go to AAA, or you might go to CL. I don't know the company, but that company that worked with AEW. You might work with AEW. You might do anything. You're already a champion in your father promotion, and you know WWE might bring you back after they're done with the TKO bullshit. So I just want to say this to Carlito: you gave us great moments. I still say, and I'm still surprised that you're not a Grand Slam champion. I, I did predict that. I did see you as a champion, as a world champion back in like 27, and not 2017, '07, maybe '06. I did see you as a champion, and as a world champion at that point. But overall, this is what I want to say. Our truth is our truth, Carlito. Thank you for giving us funny moments. Thank you for coming back when you didn't really need to come back, and thank you for giving us highlights that we can tell our own kids and we can just rewatch all the time. So thank you, and we will see you again in the near future.
Yeah. I mean, quite honestly, though, I mean, I with our truth, I was watching some 2011 stuff. He did really good with the Miz. I really liked Awesome Truth back then, and when they made like a return in 2024 and won the tag team championships at WrestleMania, it was like a great moment. Quite honestly,
Definitely, yeah, definitely about that, man. It's like it's just crazy, but overall, before we end the episode, let me ask you this question: What is your what is your favorite Carlito and your favorite R Truth moment in WWE?
okay. Well, when it comes to our truth, there's so many that I can name off the top of my head. Um, I like the moment when he accidentally won the United States Championship against Shinsuke Nakamura. I remember that. Um, I like the one where our truth was able to make Brock Lesnar laugh. Uh, I guess also, those moments where it was like our truth would come out and like I remember there were two moments where it's like he came out, like cut a promo, and like one other guy, like there was someone that would say like you're not even in the match, and it would
Oh,
be like my
you're
bad.
talking about that you're talking about that Kane situation where Kane when R Truth was talking about, hey, I'm gonna win the Money in the Bank, but he
Yeah,
said you're not even in the match, and he's
but
like,
yeah,
he was,
there was that one, and there was another one with the Miz with tournament that I
oh yeah,
remember.
I'm gonna win the WWE title, and Miz is saying you wasn't even in the tournament.
Yeah, and then like he wished like I think it was like he wished like Dean Ambrose good luck. He wished Roman Reigns good luck, and then he told he's like, "I'm not wishing all you good luck."
I get you. I see
Yeah.
that. Those are some of the good moments as well. I think for our truth, my favorite moment of our truth was when like you, you know what, there's so many moments of our truth. But I think my favorite moment was when he was talking to Triple H, and he made Triple H act like he was crazy because he was talking to imaginary people, and then Triple H was acting like him saying, "Hey, I'm talking to imaginary people too," and he's like, "Who you talking to?" And I'm like, "Hey," and then he's like, talking to the same guy you talking to." He's saying, "No, you're not talking to this guy." Okay, so it's like I get you, I get you,
But,
and
but
and
I guess one question is that like without our truth, where's Lil Jimmy gonna go?
I think little Jimmy got fired with him. They just didn't want. They got fired. He got fired with him. It was our truth that
uh
all his friends went out to, and went out the door to. And what about Carlito?
With Carlito, there's also several, some from his new run, but there's also a couple from his old run as well um, that I remember too. Yes, from his new run, when he would get speared by Braun Breaker, I mean that one, those moments were the best, honestly. When he and it was also like when like he would play like the video games, like when like the Judgment Day would just like play video games and everything backstage. But I guess like an old one, I guess like cuz I remember uh one of my favorite moments from Carlito's old run was when like Carlito was this was like in 2007 when Carlito was backstage with Wilson and Ric Flair was there and Ric Flair gave like the best promo to Carlito like ever, being
Yeah, I
like,
remember that.
yeah, it's like it's like Ric Flair being like you know it's like like guys like you, I mean guys like you are not in the main event. And it's like when basically he was scolding him from leaving before seeing the main event.
Definitely.
Uh, there's also another moment where it was like Carlito and Sandman, and like Carlito spit apple in Sandman's face, and Sandman spit beer in Carlito's face afterwards.
Yeah.
And then after that, Ron Simmons came and just said, "Damn."
Uh, there's so many moments and stuff. I think for me, it's definitely the spear. The spear was definitely the one that really, really is memorable for me. But
Yeah,
if we're going to also talk about the old one, I have to agree with what you said about the Ric Flair one because that one showed that there's level to this game, and I think I think this is the thing. If anybody is trying to be a wrestler, and you feel like, hey, you want to give up, just listen to that promo that Ric Flair gave to Carlito. I promise you, you're gonna get motivated to do anything you want to do and do in life, either wrestling, either your job, or either anything else. Because that's one of the promos I listen to every day when I like get up and and we do this YouTube channel and stuff. So I listen to that promo because it's like it hits. It's not scripted. That was real. So that's a moment for Carlito. You could also say the moment for Ric Flair as well, but you can. I say 50-50.
yeah. And let's not forget that Carlito in like his first run, like when he first came into the company, was honestly pretty like they were trying to like push him because in his first match he won the United States Championship against John Cena. And his first match on SmackDown. And on Raw, he won the Intercontinental Championship, I believe against Shelton Benjamin, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, yeah, it was a
And
good Shelton Benjamin.
yeah, so they put the title on him like the first night, like when he came in 2004. And I mean, like, there's not many people that could say that they've won championship gold on their first day in.
True, true.
I mean, the only
So
other person I know of is Santino.
and Paige,
Oh yeah, Paige too. Yeah,
yeah. But overall I gotta say, these two guys, me and my dad were talking about this, and I said this already. I believe our truth is in the Hall of Fame now, definitely more than ever. But when we was in the car a few weeks ago, we were talking. Me and my dad were talking about who do we think should be in the Hall of Fame, and we said Carlito and our truth are borderline. I think now, looking back on their careers, I could say they're not going to be the headliners, but they definitely going to be one of those guys that we going to tune in and watch. So yeah. So thank you to Carlito, and thank you to our truth, and also thank you to Tom Thibodeau. And I know, bro, you're not really an NBA fan, but I'm just going to say this out of respect. My favorite moment for Tom Thibodeau, and okay, was when he was when we won was this year when when we went 3-1 against the Boston Celtics. Okay, Tom, thank you for giving us hope, and I hope we see you again soon. Our truth, I hope we see you again soon, and Carlito, I hope we see you again soon. So from so this is the end of this episode. This is going okay. And this is King Lion,
And Jelani Muna.
and we are out. See you guys on the next one. Peace.